It's quite interesting that social media, which has become a global platform for connecting and, of course, communicating, can be a potential tool or platform for terrorism. An intersection between those two are quite disheartening and something worthy of concern. So we're going to be talking about social media and terrorism today in the studio on New Day. And we'll have someone join us to explain some of the nitty-gritty we need to know and understand about social media and terrorism. She is Dr. Chinyene Chidima. She is an analyst, data analyst, and she's here in the studio to explain some of the things that we need to know about social media and terrorism. Dr. Chidima, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I also appreciate the gap in between your.
Thank you. I want to correct something. I'm not
Okay.
a doctor yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're well on your way. Congratulations in advance, by
Thank
the
you.
way.
Thank you.
So you're a data analyst.
Yes.
So we're not geeks, you are, right? So there are some of the things that we'll be asking you to find out, to have in-depth understanding of the subject matter, right? So tell me, social media, everybody is on social media.
Yes.
Old, young, everybody is on social media.
Yeah.
At one point, in using some of these platforms, will it start tending towards terrorism? I'll give you a background. Recently, there's a lady in Canada that the Nigerian government has actually written to Canada to have the lady arrested because of certain inflammatory, statements she made on social media, right? So at what point can someone say, okay, so this is tending towards terrorism, regardless of the fact that you're exploring your ability to communicate, right?
Yeah.
Yes. At what point does it begin to tend towards terrorism?
First of all, there is what my mom always said, that she always tell me that I have a freedom of speech, not under her roof. So,
she's wise.
Yes. You do generally. You should have, everything has limits. You should know where to stop and where to continue.
Okay.
Because so many people now, they feel because they have phones, they can do blasphemy and they will just go scot-free and all that. So, concerning social media particularly, we should know what to put out there, how to position our words, how to position our information, so that it's not misinform others. Or if you say yes on social media, it should be yes. You should not say yes and mean no.
Okay.
So just know how to position your information. And
okay, so in your experience and expertise, right, how would you explain the trend? Because it's no news that terrorist groups and individuals, they use social media to, propagate their agenda.
yes.
So what is your experience, right? What is the trend? You understand? When you work as a data analyst and you say, okay, so this group is tending towards, yeah, we're not just talking individuals, we're saying, okay, they are not coming out full to say what they will, but this is tending towards terrorism, given your, experience.
Most of them now, they even come out openly to say what they want.
True.
There are so many examples online. I've worked on so many data where, you'll be reasoning, why is this person saying such a thing? And on the other hand, sometimes we are the one portraying ourselves to those terrorists also.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, terrorists can be, it's not just when you have gun and you're in Sahara Desert or Boko Haram or that, kidnappers are terrorists. Someone now, we should learn how to live. It's not as if.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that it's not the well-known organized terrorist groups, like individuals or a group of social group can also trigger terrorism
just
agenda.
As I'm coming here now, hey, I'm going to signature, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I'm just still growing. In fact, I'm in my early 20s. Okay. But still, someone who don't like me might go and block me at the junction there and maybe harm me or something. So most times, if you are making a movement, if you are going from here to from this point A to point B, you should not always post your movements and all that. Like post, okay, this is where I am. Oh, Wendy,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, the other time I was going to Nsukka to see my mom, the driver was telling us that an hour ago they kidnapped someone at this same spot. How did those kidnappers know? If not that maybe the man or the person that they kidnapped posted or told someone, like you should know the level of exposed or something.
Exposure.
That you,
Okay, so what you're trying to say is we tend to view this topic from a very lofty point of view.
Yes.
So you're saying, okay, from where
Let's start
you
from
are,
ourselves. Let's start from
you should
ourselves.
limit the amount of information you put out there.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
Even if you must put out the information, let's like as I'm coming here now, nobody knew I'm here apart from my friend that came with me. Maybe when I'm at home, I'll be like, hey, I went to signature, blah blah blah. Then nobody, if you are looking for me at this road, they won't see me. I'm at home already. Nobody say you shouldn't post, but not like every time, like at the point of that thing happening, you are posting and people are not wise.
Okay, so let's talk full-blown terrorism, organized terrorism.
Yes.
You mentioned something here that then you said, based on the data you analyze, can you tell us how you work with data to identify terrorist groups?
Well, working with data, it's like, it's a confidential.
I understand.
Yes. But this is like a situation whereby they might, let me just use a scenario. I don't want to talk about the data I worked with. Yeah. Let me use a scenario. Maybe a police or maybe like the agents might just like give you this name, give you this name, give you this name, give you so names. Okay, they're working towards like finding out who did so thing. Even if as a data analyst, I might not be able to like find out who is the particular person that did the thing, but I will have an informed, like I will help them make an informed decision in finding out, the core suspects. We are all suspects unless we are found guilty.
We're actually innocent until we're proven guilty.
Yes. So I will help them like narrow it down to, okay, I think this Mr. Chukwudi is who my analysis process is pointing to. Maybe you should interrogate him more or something. So I don't want to like go into details of what I did about.
So I understand that.
Yes.
So let's go into the different platforms that we have. We have YouTube.
Yes.
It's difficult to keep up with new ones coming out every day. Now, which of the platforms do you feel terrorists actually leverage on more?
I think Facebook.
Why would you think it's Facebook?
I don't know.
Because I have a different answer to that question.
I don't like.
No, you're an analyst. You have to have your reason.
Somehow, I'm not a Facebook person. Generally, I'm not an internet person.
Wow.
Yes. I celebrate my birthdays without posting myself. That's me for that. But I think, I don't know, like, Facebook to me is like a wete, like everybody comes, like, it's not filtered. I don't just know, but I just think it's Facebook.
However, some people will feel Twitter should be the platform where most inflammatory statements
You still get your gbas boost in Twitter, but you don't get gbas boost in Facebook.
Okay, so assuming a terrorist group, and this is me being, what's the word, hypothetical, right? A terrorist group XYZ wants to propagate an agenda. Which of the platforms do you think they will go for?
It depends on who they are targeting on.
Okay.
Their target audience.
Okay.
You can't, you don't want, if you want to target young people like me, don't go to radio stations.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
So it depends on
who your
their target audience is. So.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think the government is doing actually to curb this? Because it seems as if it's turning into a menace of some sort. So as a data analyst, or rather scratch that, we'll get to the government very soon. Are there inbuilt algorithms, right, that will flag down inflammatory statements or posts that might lead to terrorism? I mean, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, That are there some things you post and they'll flag it down and say, no, for example, nudity.
Yes.
Although tech guys know their way around it. I mean, netizens, they have their way around it, but are they inbuilt regulatory mechanisms that will flag down, inflammatory posts?
Just like I said, I am not a post type or something.
Yeah, but you're a data
I'm
analyst.
data analyst.
Yes.
So in terms of that, like me, if I been on a post, like I used to post something, there are some things that if I post, just like, okay, if you want to post something like maybe nudity or blood like on Twitter, Instagram, is it that you write that are sensitive posts or they blow it?
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Even without doing that, if you don't do it, they will take it down. They might even end up blocking your account or like taking out your account entirely from you. So common sense should tell us what to post and not what to post.
Okay, so I'm not sure the government is trusting our common sense. So are there regulatory policies? Okay, so let me just give you this background story. You know of PDOM Nigeria? Okay, PDOM is this Twitter account, 99% oppressed. He has been anonymous. Nobody knows his face, who he is. But recently, Nigerian government actually cracked down on him and had him arrested, right? So my question to you is, are there regulations that government has put in place to ensure that people don't go beyond their limits in social media, right? So that if they break it, government will boldly say, okay, you broke our rules, therefore we are coming for you. Why I ask this question is because it will help someone listening to us know their limits.
Yes.
Yeah. So are there government regulations to, curtail, this trend?
No, there are no regulations that I know.
Okay.
But just like the first thing I told you when I entered here, my mom will tell you that your freedom of speech is at the gate. I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
So this country is a good, like, it's a very good country. Like,
Okay.
it's a good country.
Okay.
We all know that. So we shouldn't do something that will like implicate us and something. Imagine the government going after peaceful protesters that protested just this last month. How much more you doing something intriguing? So we should just all calm down. And if governments should, like, if they really want to be going after people, say your, like, spill the tea. Tell us what you want us to post, what you don't want us to post. Just like I heard that Taliban or something, that they've restricted women from speaking in the public. Now, a woman, they will know that if I speak in the public, I might get punished. You get? So if governments know that they want to be picking people, they should bring it out. Like, okay, if you touch this cup on social media, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, but then you know that there's also freedom of speech,
Exactly.
right? People have the liberty to say their mind, at least try not to be, antagonistic to a particular level. You have the right to say your mind. And of course, most importantly, Gen Zs, they feel social media is actually the platform for them to express their minds. Like you rightly said, radio is not for you, right? Okay. So let's talk predictive analysis, because I'm looking at you, you're a data analyst, and I'm thinking computers, working console, you're tracking trends, graphs, and things like that. Are you able in your practice to track a terrorism trend from social media?
If I'm giving you the data, yeah, I will.
Okay, if you're given the data.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that work really? Just walk us through how it works.
Okay, let me use the one I just submitted recently. Okay. It's not about terrorism, anything. It's about agriculture.
Okay.
I just gave a report on an Indian agricultural process from 1997 to 2015. Now, how they gathered that information? Recently they're going to agricultural, our ministry recently to go and get
Ministry of Agriculture
to go and get fertilizers now.
Okay.
How do you think they got the information? Maybe they'll come, okay, then our phone, Commissioner Chainya, so thing. It's being recorded. If I can track down what those people are doing with those fertilizers, with those informations, because you have to get a message, or they will have to call you on the phone, come to Ministry of Agriculture to get fertilizer. So most times, all these things to register, like register this online, register that online, even your Netflix is a data set.
Wow. Wow.
Even buying things from Alibaba, AliExpress. Why do you think that if you go to AliExpress and maybe you checked out this cup, you didn't buy it though? You just scrolled. You checked it out. You even added it to cart and you moved it. And all of a sudden you went to Instagram and they're bringing that same cup to you. Have you imagined it? So all those things are data.
I think it works with social media generally.
Generally.
The first thing that pops up when you open your social media platform is something you always
do.
Wow.
Even without like doing that in that particular platform. Remember, AliExpress is a different platform. But you check this cup out on AliExpress and you're coming to Instagram to see it. Try it. All those things are data. So gathering information is not really that hard.
Okay, so you've talked about agric, gathering information for
Yes.
agric. Usually on Twitter, there's something called Twitter Space, where people gather to say their mind, talk, virtually. As a data analyst, do you feel that, because in some of those conversations, they say insightful and very inflammatory things there. So as a data analyst, assuming you work for the government, what would be your role in trying to track that conversation online, and do you even have the rights
to track it?
To track it.
Well, you just said if I'm working for the government has right over.
No, I need your imagination to come to play now.
Okay.
All right, you're not. Most of these things we are saying, we are being hypothetical.
Yes.
So just come from that point of view.
If like the Twitter space you said, if they're saying some things, anything you say online, whether good or bad, will be held against you.
Okay.
Online doesn't forget.
Okay.
It might be like the next whatever that they will track you down. But if I mean to track you down, I will, and I know how to do it.
Can you give us an overview? Yeah.
It's all these things.
No, don't be specific. Just
I can go to Kaggle and get Twitter data sets.
Please say that again.
Kaggle.
Is that an app or a site?
A website.
Okay, what does it do?
That's basically where you pay to get confidential data sets.
You pay?
Yes.
Wow.
If I want to get just like Netflix, if I want to get Netflix data set, do you think they will just give it to you like that? They won't.
Is that not illegal in some way?
No. It's an official app. It's not illegal.
Okay.
You are paying those people
to
work with their data set.
Okay.
You are even going to tell them, okay, this is what
you want
my
to do
aim
with this.
is. Yes. That was how they were able to give me that Indian data set to work with, and I've already given the reports.
You paid in naira, you paid in dollars?
No, the people that wanted it paid.
Okay.
I just did the job and
sent
it back to them.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm also thinking in my mind, if you work for the government and you work for, I'm thinking of how to fix it. Okay, so we watch a lot of American movies, all right? And you find out that there are these guys, these tech guys, that work on the ground, right? Your job is to, get this secret information for national security. Now, how robust is this arrangement? Are you aware? Do you have colleagues that work for the government in that space?
I don't have anybody that works for government in that space, but the arrangement. Like in those American movies, you only see one or two persons.
Okay.
Like you only see like one or two persons, like the ones that are the real LBIs. The other people working underground.
Okay. Yes.
The other people working underground. The other people like using AI to track down even the kind of water you took, where you took that water.
Wow, and we're talking here in Nigeria.
So if Nigeria mean business, like if they mean it,
You know,
they only arrest like people that they think they're coming like
it's
directly
interesting
after
you're
them.
saying this because I've heard this from another quarter. It says Nigeria has the most sophisticated equipment to track down whomever
Everybody.
they want to. So
You don't want to find you here now.
So my question to you, if you are probably recruited to track Boko Haram, how would you go about it?
Boko Haram.
Yes.
First of all, Boko Haram, that word alone is intriguing.
Okay, let's not.
All
Okay.
Nigerians.
Okay, so just to calm your spirits.
Okay.
So XYZ terrorists
Okay.
just declared their agenda and their stand, and they have done one or two things in the country. Some one or two things that are, of course, illegal and pose danger to the health and the lives of Nigerians. And the government is recruiting data analysts, and they said, "Come help us track these people."
The government is not recruiting the data analyst one.
No. You're just part of the team.
Part of it.
Yes. So how would you go about it? Take us through the science of what are your requirements? How would you just go about it?
If I'm recruited, number one, first of all, I will have to work with the police.
Okay.
Because they have
analysts.
They have more information there than I do. Any police you see now has one or two things to tell you about Boko Haram. I do not have anything to say about Boko Haram other than the news I hear online. So a data analyst works with information. You need to feed us with information. We need to. I will keep on asking why this, why till I get to that point. I'm
like a root cause analysis.
Yes, I will be like, okay, the Boko Haram, they picked this person. Where was the person when they picked him? Okay, what color of clothes was he wearing? Okay, does he have like any business with them? No. Okay, what about the relatives? No. Did he post anything on social media? No. The Boko Haram people, how did they get to his destination? I'll keep on asking questions. And as I'm asking, I'm writing down. I'm documenting them. Because anything you tell a data analyst, or anything you tell any analyst at all, in whatsoever field the person is, that is a great information. And it might be that, you gave a report of 1,000 sheets. And it's one word that the person is going to work with. Do you get? So I will just keep on asking whomever, the police, the government themselves, if I, by God's grace, get any of the terrorists, the XYZ person, I will use question and finish you. What did you eat this morning? Rice. Why did you eat rice?
Any question, any answer is relevant.
Why did you eat rice? Yeah, man, why did you eat Gary? Guys like Gary.
All right, Chidima. So we have been talking about social media as a tool for terrorism, right?
Yes.
Terrorism. So we've been trying to expose the fact that you can use social media to push a terrorist agenda. Now, let's reverse the roles. How do you think social media can be used to curb or stop terrorism to a reasonable extent?
Terrorism to some extent is, to me, is inevitable, but it can be reduced. Yeah. Now, social media, you can, recently they're posting informations. They'll be just like the last time they did the protest, as early as 7, 8, I already saw a video of something happening at Imo State. That told me that you're not supposed to go anywhere. And my father told me that they're not cooking me. So social media will always in as much as they have a negative impact, they also have the positive one.
How can we push more of the social positive impact?
Educating people, sensitization through social media. It's not only coming to social media to shake bomb. You can always come out to say something, it must not be about terrorism. I'm a farmer also. You can always come to social media to okay, this is how I planted tomato, this is how I can process and pasteurize it for it to last longer. So social media is not only about My younger one, I used to tell them, it's not only about, you see, it's not only about shaking bomb on TikTok and all that.
We need to say that again so they can hear
It's not only about shaking bomb on TikTok. You can always like post. It's not even on terrorism. There is hunger. I just told you I'm a farmer, as young as I am. And I'm not ashamed to say it because I know that even if I'm not selling, at least I have something for myself for the meantime before the dry season comes. So social media, if we all use it rightly, even this TV, if we all use it rightly, we will reduce it. It will not be gone forever, but it will drastically drop.
All right.
It will drop. Let's like portray good informations. Okay, if something is happening, and let's investigate the information that you are posting. Somebody like my father will send you one video and tell you, Chichi, na nebuke madu na obete. Me while I'm not obete buying something. My father does that. Hey, all these send to 100 persons. My father has it A1. He will send.
Yeah.
So I don't know myself, or I don't look up things. I'll be living in fear.
Yeah. All right. Chidima, what's the most profound experience you had working as a data analyst as regards maybe not full-blown terrorism, but something impending that is not so positive? Have you had any experience at all, no matter how remote, that you can share with us before we leave, because we are quickly running out of time?
Okay. I don't really have I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, you can give us an overview. You can just glean over it so that even if you gave us details, we wouldn't even understand. We are not tech savvy.
It's true news. So I don't really want to talk about. Let me talk about, like, there's another analysis that I did. Okay. It's for a new transport company that is coming up in Enugu. It's called Oijemoto.
Okay. You have to pay us for this advert. No. You have to pay us first for this advert.
Don't worry. So I've actually submitted the report. So they're working on it. We are looking at what to do differently to like outshine other transport, to
get ahead of your
companies. And there is another one that I'll be submitting maybe tomorrow or next on red oil packaging. Okay. Someone wants to start red oil package, just like they're packaging vegetable oil. Okay. Wants to start packaging red oil, and I've done the survey already. I'm already on I've done the analysis. I just want to give the report. So they want to know how people do people really want to buy red oil packaged? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Chidima. It was such a pleasure having you sit here and discuss this. And being a woman, you should know I'm super proud of you. Thank you. So thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget, this is still Signature TV, New Day. And head over to our social media platforms. Like, share, comment. Don't go anywhere. New Day continues after this short break.